Hey there, Jaboody Studios here, and we need your help. If you like what we do, whether it's the podcast, we do the Twitch streams and the dubs, consider supporting us over at patreon.com/JaboodyDubs. And you get cool little perks and things. You could vote for stuff that we're going to work on. You can see what we're working on before it comes out, early access to stuff. You get all this good stuff, even secret exclusive giveaways. You can also sub to us on Twitch if you'd like that more. If you're more into the Twitch thing, you get our Twitch emotes, exclusive little emotes you can use all over Twitch. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and supporting your boys. Without you, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be doing this. Who knows what we'd be doing? So thank you. Now, on with the podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fantastic podcast. Yeah, there's a lot of podcasts out there, but this is another fantastic podcast.
He doing good and everything.
Boys are back in town. Boys
Justin's
are back
distracted.
in town.
Justin's
Hey, we're
plugging
back.
stuff in.
Justin's
Hey,
getting all
everybody, how you
wrapped
doing?
up.
All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna make this my podcast. Hey, everybody, how you
about
doing
time.
out there? You know what? It's about time that they finally gave your boy, the man with the true talent of the group, Pops, his show. Damon, how you doing? My special guest for tonight.
I'm doing pretty good, man. You know what? You take it away.
Yep.
You've been doing all right.
So what have
It's
you been
the
up to these days? Have you been, been macking on the ladies, as those homeboys say?
Well, always. That never stops. But we are back from PAX.
Oh,
And let me just say, it feels good to be home.
It's
feels
good
really
to
good
be
to be
back in the seat with the people.
That's right.
How you doing, folks? Good to be back in your ear, in your mouth, in
back
your
with
eyes
the
and ears.
Patreons.
Back
Yep.
in your ear.
Let me get rid of this obnoxious Patreon thing. Thank you guys for supporting your boys,
that's
by the
nice.
way. We're making big moves here. Big old honking moves.
Huge
Upgrading
moves.
things. Big things going on. We're back from PAX. PAX West.
It was a fun trip, man. Love
It was a
PAX.
long trip.
It was a long trip.
A day longer than it should have.
Some of you Patreon guys got exclusive behind-the-scenes hotel footage. What it's like
Ooh.
hanging out with your boys.
Uncut. Raw footage.
Let's see, PAX West. We talked a lot about it on the. We did a
The
walkthrough
video vlog podcast.
of our footage.
Mhm.
That was on Twitch. It's also on our YouTube channel, Jaboody Studios. There's some stuff we didn't talk about there that we could get into now. More in depth, more podcasty.
Yep.
We played games.
Yeah, we could do a more in-depth review of the games we played.
We played some games.
First one was Resident Evil, and that's the main reason that we got to the floor early.
Spooky.
Yeah, because we really wanted to play that. And that game is amazing, man.
It was scary.
Did you guys like it?
Oh, yeah.
I was loving every minute of it. It was funny because we were running, but then once we sat down, we went from excited to scared.
You know, it'd be kind of cool because that game is actually 2 chapters. You play as Leon, then you play as Claire.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be kind of cool if they did a co-op version of the game.
Now you're speaking my language.
I don't think anyone's
'Cause-
ever talked about that. I don't think it's going to happen, but
I wish it
pretty
did.
cool.
No.
Because the new one
Who
plays
knows?
like Resident Evil 7, but we just recently played the older co-op version. So if you combine those two, like the co-op gameplay with the way Resident Evil 7 plays, woo, the new remake would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. But
I was having a hard time with that game, actually. Like, it was not easy. I
No.
shot a zombie like
Yeah.
10 times. It was still alive.
I gathered like in the demo, I think I gathered like 100 ammo. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be laying down headshots left and right, boy.
yeah,
Easy.
they made the aim, even on the PC, they made the aiming pretty difficult. It's pretty accurate. You have to be standing still, otherwise the bullets like strafe and everything.
Oh, yeah. I was blasting motherfucker in the face 8 times. He was still coming at me.
Yeah, the zombies don't die.
He was still coming at me. I tried shooting the legs, see if he'd fall. They don't fall.
Yep.
He just keeps walking, and then they do that. They just get back up.
And they have a ton of life. I think I got one to like I shot him like 12 times in the head and he was down. I'm like, all right, he's dead.
Like,
Time to keep moving.
yeah, I had like 25 bullets, and I think I wasted 24 to kill 2 zombies. And
And
I
he
had
still
one bullet.
got up and attacked me. I was like, what?
Yeah, and at that point, I was like, well, all I could do is run now. That's all you can do. So
Basically,
I tried taking my time and like shooting the zombies in different areas, like the hands and the arms, and see what happens. But they're just fucking unstoppable.
And the physics is really cool when you shoot them. Like they just
yeah. And that game does an amazing job of setting up the atmosphere with the lighting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I was legit spooked, and it takes a lot to get me scared.
lighting and sound is like key for horror.
I got a game over.
Yeah.
I think Louis, I looked over, saw him get 2 game overs.
Louis
So,
legit died 5 times.
I couldn't believe how fast you guys were running through it, though. I mean, since it was the demo, I was taking my time. I was exploring everything.
The reason why I was running through it is because I knew it was timed, and I already saw the beginning portions of it. So I was like, how far into this demo can I get before the clock runs out?
Yeah, I didn't know it was a clock.
Me
And I
neither.
got just past where the video ends.
I thought it was like you get to this certain checkpoint and then you're just done. So I was taking my time.
I was mad it was a clock because I was going slow. I was trying to,
Yeah.
like he said, look at everything. And like as soon as I dialed in my sensitivity on the joystick, it was like, thanks for playing. I was like, no.
Oh,
And there was no one there, too. It's still
Yeah.
media only. So
We
like,
could probably did another run,
should have
but
fucking done it.
it would have
Yeah.
been the same level again.
if we got that extra half an hour we were supposed to get, we would have been able to.
It
But
was-
oh well.
That was a good time. I'm trying to think of what other games we played that were worth mentioning.
Oh,
Super fucking dope.
whenever we hit up PAX, we really like to hit up the indie booth section and see what new games people are working on. And we actually found some hidden gems.
Indie booth. The best booth was Mega Cat Studios.
Yes, sir.
They were really cool, and they treated your boys right.
That's right.
They let us into a little campy VIP section with a very comfy couch.
Oh, that couch.
And they actually produce games on Sega and Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
Like
still.
retro Sega Genesis.
They're making cartridges.
Yeah, they're making Sega Genesis games currently.
The only thing I had is they let us play their game, and we stayed there for like an hour, and we were just talking to the lead designer. He was really cool. I think you walked away or got lost. We
I
got
always do that.
separated.
Yep.
Pop's always
but-
trying to get away.
No, it was really cool, and I was just saying, can I get the game in Steam? Can I play it on my computer? They're like, oh, wow. We didn't think about that.
Yikes. Steam?
They're really on the Sega and the Super Nintendo cartridge game. But I was like, you guys got to get these games on the computer so I can stream them.
You're
Because I don't have a
Yeah.
working Sega.
You're really narrowing your market if you're just like strictly old non-support consoles. There's people that still do the cartridges, but they make the Steam key version of the game
Yeah,
as well.
the cartridge
Yeah,
is
why
like your
not?
collector's edition.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, why not both? I was kind of surprised too.
But yeah, we were playing this game, Little Medusa, which is their Sega game, and it was really
That's
a
cool.
good,
That game's
addictive game.
Yeah,
Challenging.
an addictive little puzzle game.
It was like that top-down, like Legend of Zelda,
Mhm.
like, but you're moving stuff, you're freezing stuff. It's like got your time to reaction involved along with other things. It was really cool. They're making some cool fucking badass games.
So look them up.
And there was another one called Crunch Out. I
Which one
forget.
was that?
That was
yeah,
one
which
Louis
one
was
was that one?
playing.
Oh, was that the one that I
the,
played?
the one that he was
You're the
playing
boss?
when he was sitting right next to us. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know what he had to do, but
His game was dope. It was
his
like
game
you're
was
a boss.
funny. Yeah, he was like a boss at a game development company or something like that. And what you have to do is like whip people
Yeah.
into shape to get them
So
back to
these
work.
people on computers, like a managing time management
you're
kind
like
of thing.
managing their abilities by like beating them with a ruler and shit. It was really funny.
And I think like they try to take lunch and eat, and you have to like whack them and stop them. So it's
Yeah.
like you're kind of like multitasking and doing all these little micromanagement things as like a game. I think it was a game developer boss, and you're like, Monopoly man looking guy, like "Rah, rah, 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 everybody get back to work.
Yeah.
Deadline.
It had a really cool art style. That was fucking dope. And then was that B game, that Killer B arcade game. Apparently, like it's big on the arcade scene. Period. Like
Yeah.
Oh, really?
like,
It's basically Joust with like 8 players.
yeah. So there's like 3 or 4 different ways you can win a game.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of try all 4. You can
Mhm.
go all in on one way. And I remember seeing it get announced for the Switch at E3, and I was like, "Whoa, what was that?" It had a cool look. But we were playing it, and those guys were really cool.
Yeah,
And
they're really cool.
We
and
met the
they-
guy who designed it.
They were talking
Yeah.
about the arcade cabinets and all that, and Louis was all spazzing out because Louis just loves esoteric arcade
Oh, yeah,
cabinets
Lou's
talk.
got a huge boner for arcade
Right.
cabinets.
But
yeah.
that game looks like definitely up our alley. It's definitely a party game, and a lot of just yelling and screaming at one another.
Yeah, I was like, "You guys make a 4v4 game?
Yeah.
Let me at it,
Yep.
please."
For the Switch.
Stream it.
Perfect game for that.
Yeah, that's actually perfect.
Another game, it's growing on me. One of my new favorites is, you guys remember Sinner? We saw it last
Yeah.
year,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Was that there last year?
That
Yep.
game is amazing, man.
They added quite a bit to it. He said they added like another boss or 2 to it.
Mhm.
It's a Dark Souls boss run.
I think
game.
it's kind of a combination of Dark Souls meets Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's strictly boss run, right? Strictly boss run?
Yeah, and you start off
Okay.
super strong, and then each boss you lose something.
You sacrifice an
yeah.
ability to get weaker and weaker. So the final boss, you're just stripped of all your stuff, and you just got to get good.
I thought that was a really cool concept, though, that you start out the game just like super overpowered, and you just gradually get weaker and weaker. I'm like, no
Yeah.
other game does that.
Mhm.
It's really
So it's kind of like a Metroid thing.
Yeah, a Switch too.
What's crazy about indie is how like they've gotten to the point of developing, like they're developing games for the Switch, and it's such a great market for indie because any handheld game is going to be phenomenal with an indie kind of like mentality to things.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking sick.
And it really makes me want to get a Switch. Just need to get it one.
It's looking good. It's looking good.
You guys played or you played Smash.
Played Smash a little bit. It was a lesser build than the E3 build. There was like less going on in there, but that was just like, we know we're gonna buy it, but let's play it before the line shows up. As soon as we left the line was 3 hours long, so it was cool to just walk in, play it instantly. Destroyed Louis. Just
of course.
destroyed him. Like there's nothing left.
Is that really bragging though? Beating Louis? I mean, I beat Louis.
The guy who works there is like, wow, you really never played this game, huh? Louis like, oh
fan.
yeah, big fan.
I'm a huge fan.
Love
Smash, love it. Yeah.
But no, it was cool. It gave us a little exclusive pins. I'm trying to think if there's anything else on the floor worth mentioning. We kind of saw everything there was to see the first day. I played Kingdom Hearts for a minute.
I was surprised that was there and on one booth. Like they
no,
had like,
there was a whole.
Oh, it was a whole other row.
That was like a off one by itself in La La Land, but there was like a whole row. And the hour for that was like 2 hours.
Yeah, I played Metro Exodus, which was 3 hour wait.
It was sitting there, and I was like, yeah, I'll play Kingdom Hearts. I'm like running around, attack, magic, bad guys. I was like, I'm not gonna like get into the story in the middle of a convention. Like, ooh, what'd Xehanort do now? I was like, okay, I get it. It plays like Kingdom Hearts. Like, there's literally no difference.
I guess you played to see how it looks too.
It looked like all the, I've seen that. It's like, it's been so long. Yeah. I don't want to wait any longer, even think about it. I know I'm going to play it when it comes out. I don't know if it's really a stream game because it's like, you just want to, at this point, it's a guilty pleasure. It's been so long.
Yep. It's been way too long.
And I'm going to play it on my lonesome and just go, yep, got to do it because the childhood game in me is like, we got to see where is this all going?
You got to finish the series.
What happens to Mickey now and Donald and Goofy, But yeah, I was surprised that like it was there and I played it and I put it down. I was like, all right, I get it. And then like to know it was a 3 hour line, 2 hour line. I'm like, holy shit,
oh man.
You guys can just watch the footage on YouTube. It's the same thing. So, but excited. I'm doing the same thing I did with Spider-Man. Kept the expectations real low, and it's been so long. I've been wronged so many times. I don't trust them anymore. It's been so long. So hopefully it exceeds expectations, but played that. You played the Metro game.
Yep. It plays like Metro. On a console, but
which one? Metro?
It looks like Fallout. They showed at E3.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's in Russia.
Anything else? Sony was all Spider-Man, and that came out the next 3 days after the con, so I was like, why might as well not do that.
I would like to do more when we do these PAX specifically, is do more of the LAN setup stuff.
Oh,
just to enjoy the PC LAN.
Oh,
that was
cool. Yeah, we took a break.
I miss doing stuff like that, man.
So one thing PAX has that the other ones don't have is a place where you can kind of just hang out, chill, all log in and play Overwatch.
And they have a lot of those stuff. Like if you go to that building that has the PC LAN, like there's the D&D section, there's the console section.
Yep.
You have all that cool stuff, which I think we did the first year, and then we're like, all right, we get it.
Yeah.
But I guess we need to appreciate it a little bit more.
You're like, cool. They have a place you can sit down.
Yeah. I mean, just because it's something that we don't really do that much anymore. Like, yeah, we all join each other in stream, but we're not all playing the game together. You know what I mean? So it was a good time.
Until we get the new setup, boys.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Looking to get the new house.
We were definitely. So as we pulled up to the convention, guy's blasting his morning radio in the Uber. It's like, 13 people died at a gaming convention in Florida. I'm like, I don't want to hear this while I'm pulling up to a gaming convention.
And he turns the radio up. Did you guys hear about this? Aren't you guys scared?
This is crazy.
You're going to this?
You're going to this?
I wouldn't go if I was you.
Didn't you guys say you're going to gaming convention too?
Like,
I'm like,
yep,
motherfucker.
We're on our way there now.
Now, the whole thing with the security, I didn't see anything.
That was a big controversy at this PAX.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I was looking over my shoulder the entire time we were there, and it's kind of scary too because they don't do security checks, and everybody's walking around with a bag. So many people were walking around in cosplays like as SWAT people.
Guns.
There's people cosplayed as the guys from Watch Dogs who look like people just shoot up shit,
just like full on police riot shield gear. And I'm like, did this guy get patted down?
Yeah.
What game are you even from, dummy?
I'm Rainbow Six Siege. I'm just the guy that shoots the other guy.
I'm like, can someone pat this guy down? I think if you had a bag, they stopped you.
Nope.
Jesus, I don't want to hear that.
It was pretty scary.
So hey, we
That's
can't
a-
let shit like that stop us from doing stuff. But at the same
true,
time,
true.
like
at the same time, you gotta
pat that
be
fucking guy
smart.
down.
So-
He's got a whole fucking riot shielding grenades that look real.
So I don't know if you remember this, but like people started complaining on Twitter and all this stuff, and then eventually got word that there was very little to no security. And then remember, I think it was the last day that there was actual Seattle PD in the convention floor.
Yeah, I
That's how
remember that.
people were
I did.
complaining. Like, I don't feel safe just because there's so many people walking around
That's good.
like
Yeah,
SWAT members.
I think you're right. The very last day, I saw a bunch of cops standing around with K9 units.
Mhm.
So I think they tried to crack down a little bit more than they were. But
Can dogs they sniff out stuff like guns and shit too?
Bombs, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Gunpowder is
I
a
saw a
smell.
lot of dogs, but I
Gun-
think
oh,
that
yeah,
was the last.
gunpowder,
I think
yeah.
that was the last day only.
I,
But yeah, I
it
did see
was
the
like
dog. The
last
dogs
day.
were just staring at crowds of people. I was like, damn, that dog's on a mission. He's just
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do.
like, good. Maybe that's all you really need. I mean, when it's a crowd that big,
It's a
It's
lot
just
of
a
people.
There was a
fucking
lot of people,
lot
and
of
nobody was
people.
getting checked, dude. It's so scary to think about. That's why I was like, we can't even think about it because it'll ruin our trip.
yeah, you could, yeah. Well, and plus we do it in a way where we're hardly even there. But
But you know what's the opposite of that is at TwitchCon, everyone's always complaining about getting into the conventions a pain in the ass. But at least you're going through a metal detector and they're checking your pockets and stuff.
Well,
So what do you want? Do you want the inconvenience of getting the pat down, or do you want just, the swarm?
they can just pat me right on down.
get in there,
Pat me, boy.
get in there, boy.
But it's weird too because they did security checks at PAX East. Remember?
Yes, big ones. Yeah.
I don't
We had to wait in
remember.
line for a while. We had to walk through metal detector
Remember
and
the
everything.
maze and the very front kind of thing, and then the metal detector. Yep.
So that's why I was kind of confused.
Oh
but
yeah, you're right. Big
Yeah,
old
it's weird.
boxy. Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't know why they don't do that. You're walking through that door anyways.
I
It-
honestly
it
think
doesn't
that-
slow it down that much.
I think the Seattle convention's not very big crowd friendly, because if you think of the layout of it, it's like very small door openings to things.
it's a lot of small
Yeah.
lobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Whereas like PAX East and Boston's one giant
This giant
fucking
auditorium.
funnel.
room.
Yep.
Mhm.
This one's like we got a room in this building.
got-
And down the street, there's one there. There's one there.
We got 6 different floors. Good luck.
But yeah, even as we left the media thing, and then we were trying to get out of there just to eat breakfast, because we're like, well, go early, play games, and then eat instead of waiting in line, because everyone's trying to eat now. We'll just go, then play games, then leave early and eat. And then I remember leaving, we saw that breezeway. Dude, like, we thought there was a lot of people in the line, and then there's just like this random tunnel, and you just see a sea of heads that goes on what looks like forever.
It reminded
I'm
me of like
there's 10,000 people
it
in
reminded
there.
me of like the zombie movie where you just see the crowd of just heads just shuffling about. You're like,
man.
fuck, that's a lot of
They're
people.
all like
Shit,
mad that they're
man.
not
Yeah.
inside. Like,
I want to play Resident Evil.
But yeah, love Seattle. We saw some weird shit we talked about in the other video. We saw people fucking in the window. We almost got in a fight with a mullet man.
Good times. Good stuff.
The homeless. There's a lot of homeless people out there, and we saw some lady almost fight one of them. She gave him like $1, and he's like, "What is this? This is nothing."
that ain't enough.
She was like, "You got me fucked up.
Give me my money,
You
bitch.
got me fucked up." I was like about to swing her purse at him.
Out of the generosity of my heart.
Bitch, you weak. We also saw a real life Jerry curl who was across the street. He had a container, and
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was funny.
beans. And as he ate, he walked by, a spoon came up, and there was beans in there, in a froyo cup.
It's accurate.
He's out there.
It's accurate.
My favorite hobo one was like we were driving our Uber. We could just hear paramedics and the fire department,
yeah.
just blaring, rushing down the street as soon as
Yeah.
possible. And we go to our destination. There's this guy laid out. Obviously, someone called the hospital to help this guy out. He's like, "Sir, how are you doing? Do you need any assistance?" He's like,
Leave me alone. I'm just homeless.
and they're like,
I'm fine.
"That's all we
Yeah.
can do." And
So
then
we
he was
called-
still knocked out.
Somebody called 911 for that.
He had
Just
so
some
much
dude laying
food.
on the sidewalk.
So much food around him. People like left their half-eaten meals.
I legit
he
think,
had a whole buffet around him.
I think people bought food and was like, "Here, man, just have it." He's like,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
tired. I just love how the fact that the ambulance was like rushing, which they should, but they're rushing through traffic, bobbing and weaving through people. They finally get there, and the guy's like, "I'm just tired. Leave me alone."
Let me sleep.
He's just sleeping on the sidewalk.
Found some nice
I'm
shade.
like, "Sir, are you okay? Need any assistance? CPR?"
"That's
I'm
all we
fine."
can do."
No.
And he's like, well, I guess that's
Well,
it.
well,
It's
Okay.
America.
That's just Seattle for you.
We'll see ya.
But there's a bunch of other weird shit that we found
Well,
in
oh yeah,
Seattle
that
while
was
we were
when
out.
we ate at Biscuit Bitch.
Biscuit, bitch.
Biscuit Bitch.
And I've never been so offended in my life. So many
Biscuit
people calling me
bitch.
bitches to my face.
Bitch. We all had the instinct of being like, I'll get the hot mess. And it's actually called Hot Mess Bitch. We're like, I'll get the hot mess.
Everything ends with bitch.
And she's like, bitch.
Yeah, every
Like,
combo ends with bitch. But I'm like,
yeah.
I don't want to be disrespectful to this lady. I'll have a number 1, a smoked sausage.
and she's like waiting for me to say it.
Bitch.
I'm like,
Bitch.
why you gotta call me that? Just because I don't want to disrespect you.
It's weird going up to a girl. I'll get the hot bacon biscuit, bitch. Okay.
I know why I
Okay.
didn't say bitch. Not because I don't respect women. But I want the power of bitch. If I'm just using it to, just be like, hey, bitch.
Bitch.
When I actually
Yeah.
mean, you're a bitch.
Hey, bitch.
I took the power
Give me a
away
biscuit.
from
It's not a
gravy,
word.
bitch.
It's not a word that you use commonly. It's a big deal.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Put some power, some strength into it. I want that biscuit, bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch. That place was dope. There's one in L.A. It's biscuits and gravy. That place was really fucking good. Also, that fucking mac and cheese spot. Beechers. Beach. Biscuit, bitch, and Beechers.
Yo, they got a bathtub full of cheese,
This guy's turning cheese all day in a hot 100-degree bathtub.
and he's standing in it naked.
That
If
shit.
I was as high as Elon Musk and as rich, I would legit have a hot tub that I would just swim in. I just bathe in it.
The cheese?
Yeah, the cheese bath,
Mm.
and just had that big burly dude just churning that butter, just like getting it going.
What you got to do is get that cheese bath in space.
Whoa, in a
Wow.
Tesla.
What would that be like if you were surrounded by floating cheese, like liquid cheese in space?
It probably
you had to
looked
find
like
air
a-
pockets so you could breathe
It'd be like Sonic, where it's like the bubble.
and go through
You're
like
in the
holes of liquid.
Yeah, just a big bubble of cheese.
Oh, that sounds fucking
Sounds
great.
like my America.
Seattle's dope. We also got drunk one night and found out that there's an underground city.
And
which
it's, like,
was tripping
legit.
me out.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I thought it was like one of these things like, yeah, there's more people in our city. I was like, okay, that's a fucking cool urban
Yeah.
much. No, but there's a whole like place you can go and like visit.
Dude, I was walking last night. I was in the downtown area and I saw a floor like it's like that
The tile?
It's like tiled glass squares, and I forgot what they said, but then they said the reason why is so light can kind of get down into the underground city. That's why that tile's there. And you found one that was clear. Went in there, you saw fucking people in there. Like, what are they
Now-
doing down there?
And it's a trip too, because like finding that out when you're sober would be like, whoa, that's crazy. But we're
Interesting.
shit-faced drunk, so we're like, what the fuck is going on?
What are they doing?
There's people down there.
out.
Do they
Get
need
'em out.
help? Do they
Crap
need help?
people.
Call an ambulance. But-
Sir, are you okay? I'm just underground city.
Dude, I see that flooring now, and like I was like in the downtown area, and I was like scratching it, like, are people down there? Like, but there's probably a business that had a downstairs area.
It's our garage.
But
Yeah.
apparently Seattle has like a whole city down there. So I was like, dude, we need to get a tour. There's like some secret tour you can do and go down there.
Yeah,
There's
it's a
mutants
trip.
from Total Recall and strip clubs and
There's a bunch of chuds down there.
fuck, dude, I want to see what that is. We found that on like the last night. So I was like, dude, if I had known,
Yeah.
we would be all up in that underground city.
Shouts to Gibbons.
Yeah. That's my boy, get
Underground
on.
city. Also, it would be a good time to give a shout out to a very special Patreon patron.
Who that?
Ice, Mr. Icy Ice, the man with the plan. We got to give this man a shout out. This man, he has joined the likes of the big Patreon patrons.
Hey.
So let's give this man a nice clap.
Ice J King, thank you so much, dude.
Thank you, man.
Ice J King.
Thank you for that support. Appreciate you hopping on that Patreon bandwagon, bruh.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you very much. So we had a very long trip in Seattle. Very long. And
Longer
we
than
were
we wanted.
We were all done, ready to go home. Get to the airport nice and early. Oh, we get
we
home.
got there so early.
We get there early. We had one last drink at a pub, and they're like, "All right, boys, time to wrap it up." And oh yeah, we also did the Ferris wheel, and we did soaring over Washington. They're soaring over California is the same exact machinery.
Yeah, same shit. Just different state.
Just an amusement park ride.
It was cool.
It's actually pretty nice, yeah.
Showing off how gloomy and beautiful Seattle is in Washington. And then we got one last drink at a pub, and then we were like, all right, boys, time to turn it in. Get to the airport super early. Super early. Bump into AK Joe Mama. Shout out.
Yo, dude, what up?
Shout out to Joe Mama.
Also, the TSA guy came over with his gloves, and he was like pointing at us. I was like, oh, great. One of us getting cavity searched, and he was just like, the work you guys did with Kazam,
Oh, yeah.
awesome. And we're
He's
like,
like,
whoa, the TSA guy
life-changing.
gave us props. He's like, fucking keep at it, dog. I was like, whoa. And then he went back to his post, started going to people's anuses, and grabbing metal and stuff.
Finding genie cream of his own.
They
Oh, it was
started
really
frisking
cool.
Someone.
Shout outs to that guy. It's
Yeah,
always
man.
cool when TSA stops us.
Thanks
That's
for saying what's up.
whoa.
TSA stopped us on the way to PAX West too. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Another
Yeah.
TSA guy was like, "Hey, love you guys' show."
He's like, "Are you the Jaboody guys?" I'm like, "Yeah." Let me shake your hand. I'm like,
Cool.
"Whoa, I'm shaking the hand of a TSA guy." It's
TSA.
crazy.
And wash
Awesome.
those hands afterwards. It's been cavity searching.
I smelled them.
Yeah, we got there early.
So what
People,
happened?
half the plane starts boarding, and then the look
Well, they
of the-
delayed our
look
flight
of the
like
staff.
3 times, and they were like, "All right, everyone, get in the plane."
Yeah, so we just heard like over the intercom by where our gate was. They're like, "So we're going to be delaying the flight. We are very sorry for this inconvenience." And we're like, "Okay, that's not that big a deal."
Happens.
But that same shit happened 2 more times after that. So this is over a span of like what? How many hours would you say? Like 5 or
It
6,
felt like an
maybe?
eternity,
It'd
but
been
yeah.
5 or so.
So yeah, after that finally happened, they're like,
Well, maybe 3, 4, and then
So we regret to inform everybody that we delayed this shit too much, and now it's too late to fly. The
Ugh.
flight is canceled.
Everyone, get in line to figure out how are you getting home.
it's a
everyone was
flight.
pretty. You could tell everyone was pretty tired and like fuck it. So they all sort of moped over to that one customer service kiosk. So a whole flight of people are rushing to a kiosk that has like 2 guys working it. 50 people in line. Each average person probably going to take 20 minutes to service.
And all equally mad.
And so I overheard them go, "There's another one down by gate whatever."
Over
And
yonder.
So we were like, "Peace."
so I'm
We're on
like,
to
"You
the
guys
next
stay
one."
here. I'm gonna go check it out." And I fucking run all the way over there. There's like 8 people or whatever, 10 people
Yep.
instead of 50. And there was one guy working that kiosk. I was like, "Hey, fucking 8 and 1's better than 50 and 3.
Yeah.
So come over
Real.
here."
Numbers.
So we were fucking already starting. I was trying to negotiate with you guys because I know I don't want to be so blindsided, but I was like, "What do you guys think? If the next flight is in 7 hours, do we stay here in this fucking airport? Or if the next flight's like, what's the threshold? Is it, how long are you willing to just hang out in an airport before it's like, fuck it, let's just take the next day and get the paid for hotel and all that shit?" Because I was like, at this point, we'd been there for 4 or 5 hours.
Most of the day.
Yeah.
If they were like, if you guys are willing to sit around for another 5 to 6 hours, around 6 more hours, I'm like, dude,
we're
let's just
like,
get a hotel and do
yeah.
it the next day.
We should say what they originally offered us, though. They're like, "You know what? We're really sorry that your flight got canceled. The next available flight is going to be about 2 days from now. Are you guys going to be
2
all right
days?
staying in Seattle for 2 more days?"
2 days.
We're like, "Dude, no."
I was
like,
kind
and
of
you just stay in the airport
I was insulted they even mentioned that. Be
Right?
Like, that should be like Plan C.
2
Yeah.
days. Like you don't have a job or anything you got to
Yeah.
do. No
Yeah.
family or nothing. 2
Yeah, I
days.
just like hanging out.
He's
Just,
like,
you know.
he's like, or I could send you guys, New York, Hawaii. I was like,
I was
Yeah.
like,
It's like, "Motherfucker, get me
easy.
home."
We just
Enough
got
with the
done.
jokes.
we just got done being on this trip. My
easy with the
favorite,
chuckles,
my
man.
favorite too is that fucking derpy lady that came over to you.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
she
was
tried
trying to
so hard to
cut
cut in
in.
line. She tried so
She was
fucking
trying to
hard.
cut
dude.
in on our customer service time. She's like, "So what kind of stuff are they offering you guys?" Like this old lady's fucking derpy lady,
Weaseling in.
weaselly, and like trying to be all smiley and nice. And you're like, "I don't know. The next flight's like tomorrow." She's like, "Is it really late or early in the morning?" And we're like, "I don't know, lady." And then the guy's like, "I can help you later." She's like, "But I've been waiting in the lobby."
No,
I'm like,
what it-
everyone's been waiting.
What it was is that like we go, "Well, what about our bags? We checked our bags." She's like, "You also have to get in line in order to check your bag." She's like, "But I just got out of the line." And I'm like, "Well, let's focus on me first, and then
Yeah.
you can figure out your problem."
Because we ran over here. You fucking just skipped
You-
and
She
crawled over here.
Just weaseled her way in.
But I've been waiting in line for so long.
Oh,
It's like,
my
"Lady,
God.
you haven't been in line longer than us.
Yeah.
All right."
And I haven't. I just showed up and I just get white glove service. It's
yeah,
great.
yeah, that's great. So he offers, there's one tomorrow, but you guys got to stay here. And then he said he put you in the Hilton, and I was like, all right, it's not that bad. So we get to stay here, but getting the bag again sucked. I
It's
was
just
like,
more time. It's just more time at the airport.
Dude.
No one wants to be at an airport.
I don't know what it is about airports, and there must be something that happens to you working there when you deal with so many people, so many dumb people
Yep.
all day
Mhm.
that you say what you see on the form or the paper, even though the person's telling you otherwise. Like you were like, "We got 2 bags," and he's like, "Oh, but I see you guys got 2 right here." We're like, no. There's 2. There's 4 of us, so there's 2 here, and there's 2 that we checked.
There's 2
He's
more
like,
bags.
He's like, but guys, I see 2 right here, and we had to like say it to his face like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's weird. I think there's something that happens to you when you just deal with idiots all day. You don't trust their own word.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
just
no,
would
yeah,
rather
for
go by
sure.
the form. Because I'm sure there's so many people that go, oh, I don't know.
I don't
They go,
know.
no, 2 here. And he goes, oh, you're right. Yes, I did check them. Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's
But-
definitely what happens. I've worked in retail. And
Oh,
you
my
deal with enough
God.
dumb customers, you just always assume that you're right. So
then
even though
by
we're
the
telling
time-
the guy,
By the time we're at the area where you actually accept it, and that lady came over, and you have your blue bag, and we're waiting for the gray one. She's like, it says here he's found a gray one, but he can't find that blue one. You're like, I got it right here.
The blue one is right
yeah,
here,
yeah,
right
but
here.
it says he has a gray one, but he cannot find a blue one.
Find that blue one.
You're like, I'm holding it in front of you. And she's like, it says here,
No
I
trace of it.
understand you're holding that, but it says here that there's a blue bag with a red ribbon on it. And you're like holding the ribbon. You're like, it's right here. She's like, oh, so you have it already. You're like, we're like, are we losing our minds? Like,
I thought I
people
was
at
so
the-
angry that I was making it all up in my mind. I was like slowly going insane.
am I not saying it right?
So the guy brought mine, but I was like, sorry for the wait. I just couldn't find that blue one, fellas.
And we're like, we have it.
We have the bag.
He's like, I wanted to bring them both at the same time. I didn't know you had it. Otherwise, I would have brought it 10
You
minutes
know what's
ago.
funny is the guy that dropped off. It's the same guy.
Yep. Oh.
Oh man.
She's like, we have the best guy for the job searching through the bags of
The
cargo.
best.
just can't find that blue one.
He was
Where
the
is
best.
it?
I like imagining that guy's just got like a tool belt, like all these like magnifying glasses and flashlights. Like, what color is that bag? I'm the man for the job. Just like jumps.
He's attached to a cable like Mission Impossible.
Dun, dun, dun. What color is it? They got a silver wire, a blue one with a ribbon. I'm going in. Just going through, sliding through.
But we
I'm the
actually
bag man.
we had it easy relative to what other people were doing. Like people had babies, people had dogs being shipped around.
Oh yeah,
We had
that
Louis.
would
That's a
suck.
big baby.
Louis is just a nuisance in and of himself.
But putting us in the Hilton, and then we were hungry, and Louis, you guys found a giant spider.
Yeah,
And you had to kill that.
Louis terrifies of spiders, and I killed a tarantula-sized
Like
spider.
actually scared, like real
like
phobia,
legit fear.
like legit
Wow.
phobia scared. You think it's like quit being a sissy, but no. And it was like a spider that was this big.
So
Yeah.
you're saying that like
La, la,
Louis,
la, la.
Louis wouldn't be
La, la,
able
la,
to
la.
kill that spider? Like he's that afraid?
Well, he was using the restroom, and I was just kind of laying down, kind of taking a break, and I hear him freak out. But then once you know Louis, him freaking out is just kind of like, oh, what is it
It's just a
now?
normal thing.
He's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a spider. I'm like, all right, it's going to be this little baby thing, and I'm going to have to be, the grown up and just squish it, with a tissue.
Mhm.
But I looked at it, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to
Ugh.
kill this thing.
Yo,
I got to
this-
level up.
Like
the
you're gonna
size
need
of
a
that spider would
thick
man.
padding of some tissue.
That
Yep.
spider was so big that if you stepped on it, you'd slide from like the juices in it. Like
Get up
you'd
and walk.
skid.
Dude, it
You'd
was-
slip and fall.
It has as much juice as a gusher.
Oh, like a full blown ugh. Gross, dude. So we saw that and we're like,
Nasty.
man, we're hungry. We got to eat. So we run. They had vouchers for food for us, and the guy's like, we're closed. I was like, all right, dude. He's like,
Isn't
I
that
just want
great?
food,
The
man.
airport wrote us vouchers to try to pay us back for everything. And by the time we got to the hotel, they shut down the kitchen.
That's great.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
But we ended up finding a 24-hour diner. Your boys went in
Thank-
on some ribeyes.
Thank God.
And we patched things up with some
Cocktails and steak.
deep
Yo.
fried ice cream.
Yo, let this
Yeah.
be a lesson. If you're pissed off, booze and steak does wonders. Let that be a lesson.
Dude, it's been a long time since I had a good ass steak too.
No, some
that
decent
shit
steak.
was fucking great. Oh, shout out to all the steaks out there keeping
Yeah.
us alive.
Also, the vegans. You don't know what you're missing.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry. If you're a vegan, I'm sorry.
Sorry, you're definitely missing out.
Then you definitely won't like this conversation I'm about to have. But we kind of got into it. Me and the Jaboody boys here, we kind of butt heads. I'm not a big fan of the fat on a steak.
Give me that fat, boy. Shove that fat in my mouth. Let me chew on that shit.
But you
Oh,
guys love that, man. The
dude.
texture of the fat in a steak is
when you get a bite that's 50 fat, 50 fat, 50 meat in your mouth. Woo-hoo!
But I don't get it. Hold on. I don't understand what is so good. There's no taste, and the texture is like, it's like you're chewing bubble gum with no flavor. What is good?
Damon, there's plenty of flavor. You just got to open up your mind to a whole new
Oh,
realm of
Dude,
possibilities.
when fat's
I'm
got
not
that little
tasting it.
singe to it, that little,
Oh, that
that
little
little crisp.
What are you talking? There's no singe.
It's got a little bit of a hard crust with a gooey, like gelatinous flan type texture to it.
I'm just convinced you guys are making this shit up to troll me because I've eaten my fair share of steaks, boys.
It's
the fat's never had a taste.
It's the
Garlic
lobster
butter.
of steak.
Oh,
you're making me angry with this. We need to move on.
So now I think you learned a lesson. You need to order
Filet mignon.
Filet.
Yeah.
Filet, yeah.
No fat on
I
the
don't.
filet.
I don't know the difference. I normally get prime rib, but they didn't have that.
That's
so
a lot of fat too, right?
Prime rib,
It
ribeye
is.
is the same thing.
It is, but I
Yeah.
cut the fat off. I'm only in front.
Yeah.
But I love prime rib, so
Just
I
get
don't
the
give a fuck.
filet. More bang for your buck.
More meat.
More meat for your buck.
Yeah.
You take it from Pops. He used to be a meat boy.
I was a butcher.
Pops is a meat man.
I don't think the
butcher.
people know this.
Yeah, I was a butcher.
You were a butcher?
Yeah, Pops was a butcher
the
boy.
fuck? I didn't know
butcher. I had
that.
the
He was
coat,
chopping
hat, I had the whole
He was
thing.
chopping up
What?
meat all day.
Uh-huh.
You want to know the difference between a cut? Ask him.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so for a
Wow,
guy who
alright.
doesn't like fat on his steak, saw filet.
Filet mignon?
Is there
Okay.
any
Or
other-
sirloin,
That-
but that's trash.
Filet
Sirloin's
mignon?
bottom tier.
Yeah, sirloin's low tier god.
No tier trash.
And then if you really want to get
Ribs.
desperate, a London broil, which is just
The
garbage.
fuck is that? I never even heard of that. What makes
I'm
it
American, thank you very much.
London? I was gonna say probably ribs, and I guess ribs can have some fat on them.
Ribs are definitely fatty.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
You're-
not a
you'll-
big
the
fan.
fillet is your way to go.
All right.
There's
all
no
right.
fat on that at all. It's just a big hunk
Yep.
of solid meat.
Just meaty goodness, tender meaty goodness.
What's
Okay.
what's a tri-tip?
Tri-tip is a sirloin. It's just a big fatty, just kind of version of it. You use it to
There's
smoke.
fat. There's fat
basically.
on it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's fat on that bitch too. I think filet's your number one go-to
Filet.
now.
All right. I'll remember that.
If you want a kind of the hybrid of the two, if you don't want to go too, meaty,
Fatty.
New York strip.
Okay.
That's probably more your style.
Gotcha.
What's that
Well,
big
now I know.
tomahawk one? That
T-bone?
big fucking sucker.
The one with like the
I
handle
guess
on
a
it.
T-bone,
T-bone?
right? Is that
Isn't
just
it?
the
T-bone is a New York strip with the bone, and then a porterhouse has the fillet and the New York strip. That's-
porterhouse?
That's that's what
Ooh.
you get when you're a thick man and you love smoking
Yo.
cigars and drinking scotch. You
Dude,
get a porterhouse.
that sounds good as fuck. That's a little bit of the best of both worlds.
It's the bisexual of steaks.
Oh my god,
We
How
might
brave.
have to hit a steakhouse after this one.
dude, that sounds fucking amazing. It never sounds bad. I mean, a steak,
Yeah.
like a solid steak with mashed potatoes.
Mhm.
Fuck,
Mashed potatoes
dude.
and
How are you still listening to
Gravy.
this podcast? You're not like, fuck it, turn it off. I gotta get a steak
all the fixins.
with the garlic butter.
Hot meat talk, by the way.
So
I like it.
as we were doing that, we were finding out that Eminem dropped an album.
Eminem was
Zero
dissing-
marketing, just dropped it.
Just dropped it.
out here dissing everybody.
I guess
No
he
one's
doesn't
safe.
need to, but I've always said with Eminem, love the old stuff. I love when he started to get funny, and then I didn't like when he became a singer. I'm not afraid. That's when he got lame in my eyes. So
Come
this
take
is
my hand.
this is a return to the shady kind of stuff, talking, but
Produced by Dre.
because he has nothing to talk about, because he's just a very, very, very rich man, and at that point, what do you talk about?
The struggles of, my Tesla not having enough miles to
gotta-
get to my house.
Pay my taxes. My taxes.
Unless you go full comedy album, which I don't think he'd be willing to do, even though his raps are always very funny.
He done it before.
So all he had to do was diss all the new people, and it's actually good marketing.
Yeah.
Because it's all over everyone's Instagrams and Twitters. Eminem said this about little fucking Skeet. Whoa!
Little ski.
Little Squirt did. Oh, he got him. He fucking.
drip did
Little Drippity Doo did who?
Little cum stain.
He
Oh,
just
shit.
fucked everybody. I guess he went in after everybody, but that's also kind of a bad move because now you're addressing people that are way lesser than you.
Yep. And everybody whose name that he mentioned is gonna blow up now.
That's what I always
That's
thought
what
with.
I hate.
That's what I thought with diss tracks is like diss tracks. I think there's like a little bit of like a camaraderie, being like, "Hey man, I'll give you the rub if you do a diss track on me."
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
most diss tracks, it's intentional. Like it's marketing.
Yeah.
Like most people that diss each other in the rap game, they're all friends.
Yeah.
Except
So-
maybe that Drake one.
The Drake one, not so much.
That one went in.
You guys found out about my son?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And that
Fuck.
blackface. Sorry about that.
Oh my bad.
I didn't
yeah.
mean to do that.
That
Yeah.
looks bad.
Oops.
Yeah.
Whoops. At the time, it seemed like a good idea.
I was trying to prove that I'm black. Damn it.
Yeah. It's just it. To me, I was laughing at it because it's so funny to address people in rhymes. If you think about it, it's really
Poetry.
funny
You're
to
writing
write poems about how much you hate someone else.
You're writing poetry about other grown men, if you really think about it,
yeah.
to music. But
And I'm stronger than you, and I'm better than you.
You.
I just thought it was crazy too, and it kind of shows like the times are changing. But I was expecting everybody to be on Eminem's side, right? Everybody's hating the little pumps, the little skeets.
Yeah, get him, man.
But dude, the
Get 'em, man.
response from what I saw on Instagram, everybody's just like, "Yo, he's washed up. He's an old angry man.
Oh man.
Mumble rap is where it's at now." I'm just like, dude, the generation is officially changed.
Yeah. 'cause
Nobody cares about lyricism and lyrics and bars anymore. It's all just about mumble rap and the beats and everything.
man.
It's crazy. Yeah,
all
the
hook.
catchy hook. It's nuts.
Yep. And like I think one of his lyrics was like, "You need to come at me with words that have more than 2 letters." Kind of thing was like his whole thing.
Yeah.
You guys just go, yeah. Put it in the oven. Yeah. Put it in the oven. Yeah.
Smells good.
Put it in the oven. Man, butter my bread, bitch. Butter my bread, bitch. Butter my
Filet
bread.
mignon. Filet mignon.
See, it
Hold
actually
on.
sounds pretty
Hold
sounds
on.
pretty good. Sounds pretty good.
I'm getting kind of
But
hungry.
then he's in there going, I was like, whoa, you're a little nursery rhyming Mother Goose now. That's what it sounded
It's
like. I was
kind
like,
of tough. Like,
it's weird because back in the day, it didn't feel like that. And even listening to old albums, it doesn't feel like that.
it doesn't feel like it, but now you could
But
totally tell.
he really makes it like thesaurus-y, Mother Goosey.
Yeah.
I feel like he writes, like he sits down and writes a lot, and I feel like a lot of like
becomes
new
math.
hip hop from a person that knows very little modern hip hop now. By the way, I think a lot of it's
You
like
are wearing a Darnell Jackson T-shirt.
this is
I
how
think
much, this
you
is
know
the
more-
extent of my hip hop.
I
right
think
here.
you're more woke than most people if you got a Darnell
I think
shirt on.
I think hip hop's a lot about style and a lot about appearances now.
pushing brands and stuff.
You know,
Yeah.
I think it's a lot about I think flexing is probably the best way I could describe modern
Yeah.
hip-hop.
Right. And yeah, I don't know. It's just like I was listening like old tracks. It just doesn't seem like nursery rhymes, but something about his does because his rhyme schemes are so like almost mathematical.
Sure.
And
I
it's
think-
like, dude, every fucking word of your sentence rhymes.
I think it's just because like we hear so little of that these days. That
Maybe.
now the fact that we have a new
Maybe.
Eminem track with all these crazy ass rhymes, it's like I forgot what this is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a part of it, and it's like because it's new, and it's like he's trying to use different words that don't get used a lot, so it just really sticks out.
Yeah.
But I still think like the old classic stuff when they do lots of a little bit. It's not mumble. It's not like 2-word sentences, but it's like actual rhyme. It still sounds like
Yeah.
you're saying stuff, but when Eminem goes in, it's just like. Lippy loppa libbity doo, libbity dabba dibbity doo, stibbity dabba dibbity doo, lippy dabba dibbity doo. I'm like, whoa.
I feel like Eminem.
Mother Goose going in.
He's like a little too lyrical. I feel like there's a good like in between, right? You got the catchy hook, but the dumb lyrics, and then you got crazy lyrics that rhyme. Every word rhymes. It's
Every
like,
word.
find the medium where you got shit that's catchy, but it makes sense what you're saying.
I'm getting Kendrick Lamar type of
Yes.
stuff.
He
Kendrick
does, you
Lamar
know?
and J. Cole are like
Good.
the two in betweens in like this generation right now.
He can make a club hit, but also stuff that may go, oh, this is pretty fucking cool what he's
Yeah,
talking
exactly.
about.
Yeah.
Has a cool flow to it.
The most lyrical stuff I really liked back in the day was Black Star with Talib Kweli and Mos Def and those guys doing their album together. They were like kind of going at it that angle where they're like, let's write like crazy, complex rhyme schemes where it's like, it blows your mind. You're like, how the fuck did you end up getting? But I think what Eminem does, which is what Chris D'Elia famously mocked, is he makes every word rhyme, forces it to rhyme.
Yeah.
So he'll just randomly say shit and make it rhyme just
Yeah.
by straining the word.
Yeah, man, that Chris D'Elia video that you showed me where he's imitating him in his car, that
Yeah,
shit made
it was
me
blown
cry
up, too.
laughing. Yeah, it's got like a couple million views on it now.
Like I'm an animal in pajamas. It's like what?
Too many napkins. You're using the napkins.
It's so fucking true. And then we did a stream earlier today, and everyone was in there saying Mac Miller passed away that
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, rest
was-
in peace,
was that
man.
yesterday?
That sucks. That was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Shit, yeah.
When we're recording this.
Um,
26. That's super young, man.
That sucks, man.
damn,
Drug
yeah.
overdose.
That's crazy to think about. He's younger than us.
I don't know what it was that did him in, but I guess it's not that all that important. But there is that whole, like you said, it's like rapping is such a brand, it's such a look, it's such a
Who can-
lifestyle.
who can flex-
Instagram.
Yeah, who can flex the hardest? Who
But,
has the most drugs? Who has the most bitches?
Yeah, I remember watching his like documentary, and I was like blown away by like how
Why
much
do you have a documentary before you're even 30?
because he like had to go to rehab. He was, like,
Oh, he
doing
had a
drugs
DUI and stuff
or-
like that,
I think
yeah.
Oh
he
yeah,
went to
he
rehab.
crashed one of his cars.
But yeah, he was like all fucked up, and it was like showing him like pouring lean, and his bodyguard's like, "Whoa, big dog, like that, slow up." He's like, "Dude, I
Damn.
can handle it."
Even
I'm
the
like,
bodyguards and being like, "Yo, chill."
oh, I'm like, he's just going glug 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 glug, and like a lot of people die on that stuff.
Oof.
And
Yeah.
I've seen some people on my Instagram that I know personally who are like showing pictures of them having it. It's like that syrupy stuff, and
Yep.
it's like got
It's
some
got the label.
crazy name that ends in IDES and IDEs and
Promethazine and
You're like,
codeine.
dude,
Yeah.
don't. It's fucked up.
Drinking medicine, by the way.
Yeah, drinking
scary
medicine
stuff,
like
dude.
it's some juice.
The problem is people mix it with other stuff and they don't know what they're doing. Like
Ooh.
Xanax and like alcohol, big no.
Hits your liver, you're
Don't
done,
do that.
dude.
It's
That's like
fucking scary.
people mix that shit like it's nothing these days, but it's all because of these new songs, these mumble rappers, like I said, just flexing, talking about like Lil Pump. Dude, his
Oh,
song
yeah.
is called Drug Addict, bro. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And people are surprised when these rappers OD and shit.
Yeah,
it's like,
man.
what?
9-year-olds are idolizing those guys.
Yes.
And that's the next generation of what hip hop is going to be.
I know,
It's gonna
it's
get
so bad.
crazier.
You know,
More
talking
face
about
tats and things.
slinging crack when you're in the 3rd grade, you know,
Dude.
that has a ripple effect on things.
This shit's crazy, man. Who's the one that looks like he's 10 years old? I think it's
Lil Pee-wee?
Lil Pee Wee Herman.
Pee-pee?
Lil Pee Pee.
Lil Winky?
Lil Winky.
Little winky boy.
I think it's Lil
Linky boy.
Little winky, little winker boy.
Lil Winky boy on the track. Lil Winky.
no, Lil Xan. Dude, he
Yeah.
looks like he's 10 years old. He's got face tats and shit. It's like, dude, his life is ruined,
It's
man.
like, I was fucking this fucking porn star last night. Dude.
So,
It's fucking
man.
sick. Snort coke out of her fucking nipple.
What the fuck is going on?
It's crazy.
You're
dude.
old, Damon. What
What
the hell?
going on with mumble rap? These young whippersnappers getting these face tattoos.
Tattoo on your face.
Man,
You ain't gonna get a job.
Didn't that hurt?
and lean too long, your back gonna hurt.
Yeah, dude. It fucking hurts, dude. But yeah, 26, way too fucking young.
Yeah, man,
Jeez,
it sucks.
man.
We're losing a lot of people. Who else?
I'm like, damn,
Lil
tw-
Peep.
I'm like, 26 was like a shit year, and 27 was a dope year, and 28 was even better. I'm like, geez, man.
Your whole life.
You don't know what's coming up. You don't know what the next month, what the next year's got.
Yeah, man,
So,
it's crazy.
Careful drinking all that fucking stuff or whatever that is. Jeez, boy.
Drugs bad.
Don't do drugs because drugs are bad.
Just drink booze and smoke weed.
Just
Will ya?
get,
And then, you
get drunk, okay?
and then even that teaches you a lesson. You wake up and everything hurts. You're like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm done doing that.
thirsty.
I'm done doing that for a while.
See, that's why alcohol's great because it has its own consequence the next day. It'll
Teaches
keep
you.
you in line.
Teaches you a lesson. Your liver goes, stop it.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Drink Aid.
Make sure you get that drink. Eh?
Drink responsibly. 15 Jaboody, 15% off. We were
Drink-
playing
drinkaid.com.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Everyone's playing Spider-Man.
Everybody's playing Spider-Man, and
Oh,
it's
it's
good.
so fun.
I love me some Spider-Man. Spider-Man, one of my favorites. Favorite superhero. Spider-Man, Wolverine.
Oh.
My top two.
I'm really happy that this game came out because I feel like we needed something to really flesh out Spider-Man more than all the Avengers shit, all the new movies. Like something needs to do Spider-Man the justice he deserves.
I was showing
And this game finally does it, I feel like.
I was showing it off to Jeff, and he was like, "Dude, how cool would it be if like I could just tag in your game in that new Spider-Man game,
Mhm.
and I could just be Iron Man, and like we'd co-op the game." I'm like,
Ooh, wow.
or what if? And then another person could jump in and be the Hulk. I'm like, yeah, where's the Avengers game?
That's
you
what
could
I-
join.
yeah.
Like that game's already pretty dope. Like the city and all that.
Oh, well, Justin,
Imagine-
Infinity Wars 2's coming out.
Yeah. Where's the game for the first one?
I'm surprised there
You
aren't
know?
like superhero cameos.
I mean, it's the biggest movie of all time, right?
Yeah.
Black Panther as well. Like, I'd love to just swap out and play as Black Panther. That game's fun. This Spider-Man game
Dude,
is fucking sick.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tony Stark does show up because I mean we've already said the new Spider-Man game is just like the Arkham games, right?
The
Well,
Avengers Tower's in the city.
Yeah, in the Arkham
Climate.
games, like there's little hints and references to the Flash and Superman and shit. Like they actually show up in some of the scenes. So
Mm-hmm.
I keep my fingers crossed. Maybe
possible.
the Avengers could show up. You never know. I doubt it, but
I think it'd
Never
be a
know.
really cool multiplayer game idea. So a game like that, multiplayer.
oh,
Like, how else would you do an Avengers game? Because Avengers is the biggest movie of all time.
What was that one?
A
like-
Thanos game.
like Gauntlet style X-Men game,
Marvel's Ultimate Alliance.
Ultimate Alliance. You do that with Infinity Wars, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope. I do like the idea of
Dude.
Batman. Like even Batman: Arkham Asylum's never been co-op.
No.
here's how I think they should
You
do
know?
it.
I guess the combat system gets a little wonky once you bring in two people.
Did you guys ever play Ultimate Spider-Man?
That was a cartoony
It
one,
was
right?
a cartoony one, but same premise as this game. It's
Right.
like open city.
Right.
So what they did is that in that game you can play as Spider-Man and Venom.
Mhm.
So with Spider-Man you can swing around the city, and he has like his own mechanics of getting around. But Venom can't swing; he can just jump like
Jump
super high.
like the Hulk.
So
Mhm.
if they did that with this game and like made whatever Avengers game like super open city. You can go through New York, but Iron Man can fly. Spider-Man can swing around. The Hulk has the super jump. Like if they just made every character have its own unique play style, brilliant game right there. Thank you, Damon. Pat on the back. I'm a genius.
Or I'll sell that to
amazing.
Marvel right away.
Do it.
Get this to Marvel.
Give me my residuals.
Get this to Marvel right away.
I'm sure Stanley gets that on the daily on his Twitter.
Excelsior.
I don't think we really talked about the place we saw today.
We did not.
We did not, did we?
No, we
I don't know.
didn't.
This
We said it
pod's-
was cool,
This
but
pod is flying by.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, you're supporting your boys here. We're trying to make the ultimate Jaboody show experience for y'all. Burp on that. Put my burp on that.
Let's go. Little burp.
We walked the place today.
Little burp.
We walked the place today. We're going in on it. We're seeing if we can get it. We're seeing if we can rent this bitch out and start setting up cameras and lights and action, boy.
Mhm.
And this is the best one we've seen so far.
Yeah, a lot
So-
of potential with this place.
And because of your support, we were able to put some chips on the table, boy. And
Yep.
we're saying we want this place.
Keeping our fingers crossed.
So wish us luck on this endeavor
Yes.
into the future of Jaboody Studios.
Because if it happens, everything, including Patreon, is just getting bigger and better.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it happen.
Bigger, better, and more projects. I was saying just because we played all these games at PAX, it was making me want to make a fucking game, man. When we talk to these
Yeah.
guys and they got cool games, and I'm like, how big a team are you? And they're like, 8, like mostly like 5, 6 people, but it gets like, 10, 13 when you get like distribution and stuff like that.
Marketing.
People doing that stuff. But I was like, God damn, man, we got some ideas for games I've been showing these boys toying around with. But I don't know. I'm hoping someday to get that stuff, a little bit towards a prototype almost and showing you people. We got on top of all the other things we do. We got other stuff coming, boy.
That's right.
We got other stuff you don't even know about, dude. Secret,
Good.
top secret stuff.
Get ready for the Jaboody game. It's coming.
We got game ideas, actual cartoon ideas.
What? You can't talk about that.
Can't talk about it, but it's a secret, and I just want you to know something's always being worked on.
The one thing you guys were talking about was the other podcast idea, which I thought was.
Oh yeah. Oh, the art thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. We're working on that. That is, the art stream will happen soon. It's just a matter of getting equipment working in a way that is the best.
I also think the new place is going to motivate a lot of that, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your boys want to have some guests on and
Yeah.
really do up the thing. I just cannot stop playing with this thing. I got this thing on my phone. It's all the rage,
get that checked out.
apparently.
Lil Donger?
It's a little dongle that sticks to the back of your phone, and then it pops out, and it's got like a little, I don't know what.
It's for taking selfies, so you can hold your phone with one
I saw
hand.
people have it, and I never knew like what's the big deal with those. Now that I got it, I can't
Man.
fucking stop.
You will never have a more firm grip on your phone.
And you know the best part about these grippies? We need to make a little Jaboody one. Is you can hold it in bed in your hand. You ever hold your phone in bed and then your fucking half your arm goes numb? You ever
Yes.
get that?
I've
Yeah.
held my phone in
This-
bed before and dropped it on my face.
Because it goes numb. You
Yes.
can't tell you're even holding on to it. This thing,
Yeah,
you can,
totally.
you can grip it, and you can just fucking look at stuff.
I would love a
Stuff.
Jaboody one.
I want to make a little Jaboody one. I mean, some girl gave these to us for free
Yeah.
at PAX.
Dude, I bet we could make those.
We totally blew that, by the way. She was really cute. She
We
was like,
blew that dude?
she was like, here's some free discs for your phone. We're like, thanks. She's like, what you guys got going on later? We're like, I don't know. She's like, all right, see ya. I was like, whoa, she was really pretty.
That's what you think. We should have said something.
Cool.
You blew it!
Come on.
Oh,
I went back. I went back and got her number.
Cool.
Cool.
She's like, here's a bunch of free stuff. You guys hanging out later? You guys seem cool. We're like, I don't know.
I'll just take the phone
I don't
case.
know. I think
please.
all of us were a little bit of like, does she want money for these?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
the
I
what's
was
the
like, yeah, I was like,
what's the gimmick?
What's the catch here?
We're
What's she after?
Yeah, we were waiting for her to go like, yeah, that'll be $5 each.
I think we're like,
Oh.
we got the phone shit. Let's abort. Everybody run. Everybody get out.
But yeah, I don't know what else to bring up about PAX. Kind of covered most things. It was cool meeting all you guys. Stop by
Yeah,
and said
thanks
what's up
to
you.
everyone who
Oh,
came out.
Yep.
Appreciate
Awesome time.
every single one of you. We did a good job of Purelling.
I think so.
We didn't get sick.
We did, but
Damon-
I'm starting to get the itch at the back of the throat, man.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
fucking
dude.
knew it. And I think you were saying that everybody else was like tweeting about that they were getting sick from PAX. I was like, well,
Scary.
not us.
Scary.
We Purelled.
Scary.
Woke up today, worst sore throat ever.
It's a scary world at these cons. They got super
That's why
flus.
I'm out here chugging this vitamin C because
Super
can never
cold.
be too safe. But we'll see what happens.
That's 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C in that drink, David.
It's equivalent to about 20 oranges in one day.
You gotta build up that immunity.
Ability.
You gotta build up the immunity, boy.
Ability, you say?
Do we have anything else on the list of things we needed to talk about? Sorry, this pod's a little
Let's
dry.
see.
We have been traveling, and I need to work on some segments for next time for y'all.
I think that's about it. But I mean,
Oh.
they got the vlog too. They got 2 podcasts in 1 week.
I'll let you guys know tonight we're going to probably knock out a movie, perhaps, or we're gonna
Yes.
head out and try to film a skit that we've been planning, but it requires a lot of luck for it to kind of work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For the
yeah.
location to
yeah.
align with not a lot of people being around. So we're gonna scout areas and see if we could film this skit.
Also, we should think about Halloween as well.
And boy, that was one thing we did plan out. We did sort of outline our Halloween special.
Yep.
And it is sound. I'm so hyped for this.
This will be fun.
I want Halloween to
What
be
day does
fun.
Halloween land on?
Oh fuck.
Let's look.
Because I know TwitchCon's like the week before
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
TwitchCon's like
gee.
yeah. So
on a Wednesday.
31 is on a Wednesday,
Okay.
which is always good because then the Jaboody show is lit AF. And it's Wednesday, so it's not like you're at a Halloween party. It's like
Yeah.
Wednesday. No, everyone's gonna have
probably
their party.
work.
Yeah, everyone's gonna have their
Halloween,
party the next
yeah.
weekend or the
Yeah.
week before.
Halloween is never on a weekend. It's always
Well, it
on a
moves
weekend.
ahead every single year, one day every year, right?
I don't know how time works.
I forget. I think it moves.
I felt like it
so-
was on Tuesday last year.
It was
Yeah.
on
So-
Monday or Tuesday
So
last year. Yeah.
3 years ago it was on a Sunday. 4 years ago it was on a Saturday. I don't know.
That was when it was lit, dude.
Dude, you should have been there 4 years ago. when it was on. We are going all out on Halloween. We're already planning it. We got to start filming because before you know it, editing and doing the music.
TwitchCon's gonna throw us off big time.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna
And
be
it's
good.
almost it's almost mid-September.
Shit, man.
Shit, flying by. Before you know it, you're gonna be playing
I'm gonna
Smash
need-
Ultimate.
I'm gonna need time to just chill.
Yo,
Chill.
time you need to chill.
and just chill.
Just, yeah, just sip, dog. Just relax.
Just get a biscuit, bitch. Fucking calm down. Slap it on a steak.
I'm fine. Leave me alone. I'm just trying to chill.
Anything else we need to mention to the people?
Wow stream. World of
Wow.
Warcraft is coming back after a 2-week
Wow.
hiatus. Wow.
They know. They're like, wow, yeah, dude, I've been fucking waiting, dude. I've been fucking waiting. You guys got me all wet, and I've been waiting. You guys went on a fucking trip, and I've been waiting.
I've been getting hit up in the Discord about like, is this a molten core thing gonna happen, or is this like it's gonna happen? You just gotta be there.
Yeah.
And there's been plenty of time, and we're going slow considering it's a speed run for everyone to get on there. I highly suggest if you're interested in any of it, joining our Discord. It's gonna be awesome. And those Monday streams, they're more of a podcast than anything, and they're super fun.
Oh, yeah. WoW is just the backdrop, and it's a good time to hang out with your boys, along as with Milton T. Pike, the fantastically talented man.
Turn.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen listening, the supporters and the people lurking, we appreciate every single goddamn one of you.
That's true. right.
We're taking this pirate ship to the moon, boys.
After
Farther.
after seeing that house,
Farther. Good things are coming. So, with all that said, we'll see you next time, huh?
Thank you for joining us, guys.
We appreciate you. We'll see you in the next one. We're going to record some more stuff for y'all. So have yourselves a good time. Bye.
Later.
bye y'all. Have a good time and stuff.
Chill.